The next recipient of the Australian Muslim People's Choice Award from Victoria is Aseel Tayah.
Congratulations, Aseel. I think most people recognize Aseel's voice before they see her. She's definitely a voice of power to speak to the Palestinian voices, particularly since even before October, but even more so to the wider community. Congratulations, Aseel.
Assalamu alaikum. As a refugee on this land, I'm grateful to be welcomed on a land of the Wurundjeri and Wurrung people, and blessed to be collaborating with fellow artists from Yora Yora community all the way to Laraka people, the saltwater people, and all the way to the north. I'm here because of Bugje, my small organization. Bugje started as a small show at the Immigration Museum, an art project that told the stories of Palestine, stories of what happened with us Palestinians in 1948, and invited refugees to share their pain under our tent. All over the years, it became a movement of hundreds of artists around the world. I'm now expanding my invitation for you to be part of it too. Storytellers never stopped talking. Artists never stopped creating. The reason my daughter know about our history is in the powerful stories my grandmother told us under her fig tree. These same stories I share to every child I see these days. This award is dedicated to all the artists in Gaza, in Palestine, to the storytellers and the history keepers, the artists that are now mastering the art of surviving, the survivors, and the truth tellers. This award is simple, of being seen by people. But the work we do is helping those who are unseen, unheard, dispossessed, become seen, heard, and most importantly, to be felt. This is the purpose of my life, my work, my art, to feel what they feel. And yet, somehow, inside that feeling, to connect with their humanity, becoming the best bridge I can be between my people and those who are fighting for them, you. In my work, I'm called by God to create art. I'm called by Allah, so I listen. People ask me to sing, but others then say, what would your song do? It's the people in Gaza that ask me to keep singing, so I will. People ask me to perform, but then they ask, so what would you Tayah do? Even if it's helped me to share my people's truth and change even one heart, I will keep performing. People ask me to teach them about home, but then they also ask, what would teaching do? If people learn about who we are, if they see us, if they can spread understanding and empathy, I will keep educating people until my last breath. People ask me to also pose. But how can I pose? I was born and raised in Jerusalem. I was born in the land that is suffering. How can I pose while it's bleeding? Does art stop? As a Palestinian, how will I stop? Art is what can speak to us when sometimes nothing else can. Art is the creativity and hope and the stories of our families and communities inside of us, all of us. I am a symbol, like this award is. I'm a symbol of resilience, despair, energy, of how people keep their heart open to hope and yearning for freedom amidst oppression. We have become refugees, millions of us. Those are the stories I help tell. How can I stop? How can I stop being just a channel for those stories? Sometimes I wish it didn't take 75 years and a city to be destroyed so people listen. I will keep going. I keep going so that when you look at me, you see them. I keep going so that when you see them, you see yourself. So that when you see this award, you see not one person, but you see us all. Before I finish, I want to share a sentence I recently read. That if you don't want to regret anything you do, make everything for the sake of Allah. I need to thank all the people who have been helping Bukje to do more in Gaza, in Palestine, here in Australia. All the sponsors and donors that make our work exceptional, especially Dr. Zenko and Brother Nazmi, and the beautiful artists that generously contributed this work, all the way since we started till today. This journey couldn't happen without them. Thank you.
Jazakallah khairan, Sister Aseel.